Hey, this is Ross Payton with the Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Monster of the Week. This scenario is called There Is No. But what does that mean? Well, we'll find out as we are back in Gary, Indiana, featuring a pair of brothers.
No one cheered.
Well, the listeners do. Tom is again returning. Our previous scenario is Monster of the Week, Death Stratum, where Tom, you played Hugh Vogel. Tell us a little about Hugh Vogel.
Well, he is, didn't realize it when he was a kid, but he is a member of the Marsh family.
Mm-hmm.
And, and apparently that little family bloodline kicked in big time for him.
Yeah.
So now he is a fully changed deep one, but since he lives away from the ocean, he works in IT from his home.
Yeah, and everything's been going swell, especially since you defeated that monster, the Death Stratum.
Yeah, and then in the meantime, I just found out apparently I'm also immortal now.
Ooh.
Which I'm kind of like, all right, cool.
And next up, Baz. Please tell us about Colin Johnson, the Spell-Slinger.
Colin Johnson's a trust fund kid, half brother to Hugh Vogel, works at Barnes & Noble, not because he has to, because he wants to. It's the perfect place to score middle-aged strange, and he gets to drive his Subaru BRZ around wherever he wants. He's just a great guy all around, and by that I mean he's a fucking monster. He's awful. He has a charm of -1, but he did just get weirder.
Mm-hmm.
And he may find it hard to score those cougars now because the weirder effect is his eyes are kind of burnt out now from all the fireballs he's been throwing at people.
Yeah. It turns out, murdering people with magic has a cost.
So his eyes now look like molten, like lava fireballs, like kind of in his eyes instead of where eyes should be.
Oh, no.
So he has to wear sunglasses everywhere to hide the fact that he looks like a fucking monster.
Yeah. I would say you're on your second warning from your manager, Steve. He is not happy with that. That's not very customer friendly.
So what happens is if he spends a luck point, he has to, I forget where it said this, but he has to answer for that with some organization that he may or not belong to or know he belongs to. So I'm kind of adding that in right there with like role playing purposes. That's why he's all fucked up looking now, because that's his answering for his crimes.
Okay, fair enough.
To be fair, I did get all the fish genes from the family instead of you.
But we also have a third player today, Lydia, who's also in our Fate Core campaign. Yes. Hi, Lydia. Please tell us about your character.
I'm playing Alecto, the Initiate. Her cover identity is she is a fencing instructor. She works for a secret sect of ancient secret sect of monster hunters. And she is just covered in tattoos of vines.
Oh, cool. So, yes, and the sect we'll just call it the Society, although it has, of course, that's just the common name. It has a secret name, but you have to be, in the inner circle to hear the real name. But we'll get to go pick one of the other players and establish some history with them.
Real quick, I have made a horrible mistake and already forgotten both of your characters' names.
Colin Johnson.
Here,
I am Hugh Vogel.
I'll put it in the one-shot channel with their character names.
It was Generic Whiteman.
All right, which player do you want to pick first?
I will pick Colin Johnson. And the one I'm picking here is we are friends. But you first met me under my cover identity and learned about the society later. How do you feel about that?
Oh, great. More weird people. Having a fish half-brother was bad enough. Now I got this weird society on the other side that I don't want anything to deal with. But you're okay.
Yes, or perhaps, Alecto, you went to the Barnes & Noble to get some book. And you started talking about weird occult things to Colin, and you two just hit it off, and then you found out, Colin thought he had a friend, and then that friend also had a secret monster hunting society. So I was like,
I would like to say that I probably do work. Like I said in the last session, I think he works in the New Age section because that's how he scores middle-aged women who are looking to change their lives around, and that's so yeah. Maybe there are some actual tomes of knowledge in the Barnes and Noble that I work at.
all right, yeah.
Who can say?
I have you buy cookbooks for me from there.
Yes, that too. You are an amazing cook. I'll give you that.
Yeah. All right. So, what is your history with Hugh Vogel, Alecto?
You are described in the prophecies, but your role isn't stated.
All right. Have you told Hugh about this?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
I can influence the outcomes of prophecy.
All right. Yeah.
That's how prophecies happen.
All right. So
exactly.
Yeah. I'd say you've each all met each other though. Especially as we'll just say you've all worked at least one case before, because Gary, Indiana seems to be a weirdness magnet. Just weird things happen here. Last time it was the Death Stratton, but there was a time before that. Alecto, was like what was one case all three of you worked on before, like a haunted house or a serial killer who turned out to be non-human, or any number of things.
I think we had a weird haunting.
Okay.
It wasn't anything particularly serious, but a lot of things falling off walls.
Okay. The haunted Waffle House. Yeah.
I hate those haunted Waffle Houses.
Yeah, well, it was the only Waffle House this far north of the Mason-Dixon line. It was, you had to protect it.
Waffle Houses are actually a focal point for paranormal activity due to the heightened emotions that typically take place in there.
Oh, yeah.
Fights in the parking lots, fights in this goddamn store, fights behind the counter.
Especially between midnight and like 5 a.m. Like between midnight before sunrise, like that's when it gets really weird.
Those of the arcane arts have been trying to harness the energies of the Waffle House for quite some time, but the powers are too dangerous.
Yeah. Alecto, you have used your power. You regularly use your. So the sect has ancient prophecies or divination techniques to predict the future.
Yes.
What are these? Are they prophecies you read or a divination technique you use?
I think there are rituals we do, but I also think I just have visions sometimes.
Okay. Well, this will not count against your role, but you have had a vision of an impending threat to existence, as you know it. But the other thing, but that's all you can predict. That's all you see is a threat, but on the other hand, it is not a threat. It is an impossibility. The coin landing on its side. It is a paradox, and it is something local. It is originating in Gary, Indiana. You are at the ground zero of this threat that is not a threat. So you can make your once per mystery you may use them, so you don't have to use it now.
Yes,
but
I will save that for later.
Okay.
But what I will do is use the when you are in good standing with your sect at the beginning of each mystery, roll charm.
Okay, yeah. And we have a dice roll channel, but you can also roll, yeah.
That is an 8.
All right.
So I get a mission associated with the mystery, and if you do it, you'll get some info or help.
All right, you have your elder. What's a good name for the elder? We'll say he is Judd of the Water. They have an old British King Arthur theory and theme, at least for these elders. But so Judd of the Water, he tells you, well, I have been looking at the tomes and the scrolls and our list of records and prophecies, and there There are many relating to a paradox, the coin that is on its side, not on the heads or tails, but impossibly landing on its side. The key, I believe, is there is one missing element to Gary, which is no one has. It seems to be linked to the scribe that hunts, which I believe is a reference to James Edgerton. So James, you've well, I'll let you decide your relationship, but James Edgerton has been working since the mid-'80s. He is a paranormal investigator and writer. His thing was to investigate monstrous threats and stop them, and then write fictionalized accounts of each adventure. And he has earned he earned enough to be to make a decent living from it, but not enough that he could stop. So he was, he did research and he figured out stuff, and he didn't have any superpowers as far as you could tell, or any magical thing aside from, a bit of ritual magic that anyone can do really if they read a few books. But that was his thing. So did you ever meet James Edgerton, or did you just read his books, or what was your relationship to James?
I think I've just read some of his books.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of them, but it's sort of interesting.
All right. But you do know two people who've definitely met him, before and worked with him, Colin Johnson and Hugh Vogel. They both know James Edgerton. So that would be probably your first place to start. So who do you want to call up first?
I think I'll give Colin Johnson a call.
Okay. So you know that this threat to the world is related to James Edgerton, and you don't know anything about him other than the books that he's read. So you're talking to Colin first?
Yeah.
Okay. So Colin, what do you know? What is your relationship to James Edgerton? You've actually at least met him before, and he's probably written about you, maybe in his last book or something. So, yeah.
And what was the nature of his books again?
Well, he would basically go on adventures kind of like you do, but he would write fictionalized accounts of what happened. So you'd find a werewolf, stop the werewolf, and then write a fictionalized account of stopping the werewolf, and just pass it off as fiction.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I'd say I let him tag along for a vampire hunt one time.
Okay. And what? Yeah, and what was the book? Did you read the book that he wrote about it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think?
It was basically Twilight, but his version.
Mm-hmm. Did it match what actually happened very closely?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because everyone thinks that vampires are these super powerful things. Like, oh, I'm a vampire, but guess what I am? I'm a fire mage. And they just burst into flames like anything else. But he made them like, this thing's super strong and muscular and tough. It was almost like an erotic novel.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nothing like that. I just went into the house, found the vampire who was like, and I blew his head off.
Okay. Very good. So you get a call from Alecto.
Yes. Hello, friend.
Yeah. You're this author, right? Makes the books about fucking hunting monsters that he's allegedly done.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. Apparently, there's some kind of paradox that needs to be resolved involving him.
Paradox? Nah, I'll just take one. Paradox, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't get contacted about these kind of jobs unless something needs to be dealt with in a very loud and explosive manner. So I'm all on board. Let's go find him.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Wait, am I supposed to kill him?
Well, I honestly won't know until we have more information.
Oh.
It usually involves killing something.
Probably.
I hope I don't have to save him. I'm just saying.
If not him, some kind of monster or something. Who can say?
Paradox. I don't like paradox. Paradoxices?
No. It's always annoying.
Yeah, those aren't fun. How did you get involved with paradox? I don't want anything to do with this. That shit rubs off on people.
I had a vision.
All right, you're one of those kind, the ones that see brain that
Oh, I can. Yes, I do see the future sometimes. It's very annoying.
What's this? I do too. I do too. What's coming right now? This is gonna suck. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, great. I'll get my stuff gathered.
So, Colin, as you're getting your stuff ready, are you at work right now, or are you at home?
I'm at work.
Okay. So Steve is like, "What are you doing? Your shift isn't over, Colin. We need you to."
Nah. Okay, Steve.
Yeah,
totally.
If you
No, it's in the back, man. Just go check in the back. You'll see.
Yeah, Steve stomps off. He's very unhappy. He's probably going to write you up again.
Oh no!
But you also realize, Colin, you don't know where Mr. Edgerton lives. You don't know, but of course, you do know someone who could find where somebody lives very easily. And you know your brother's actually worked with, or has definitely met James before.
All right, I'll send a text to James.
Well,
not to James. No,
to Hugh.
To Hugh. Sorry. Gosh, so many generic white people names. I will send a text message to Hugh, and I'm like, "Hey, meet me at the Waffle House. We have to talk."
All right, Hugh. Tom.
Yeah, I know. I'm currently trying to debug a website for a client. It's like as I'm thinking quietly, you shouldn't be on the internet. You're clearly you are clearly not ready for technology.
Well, your client is very insistent that they have money, so they definitely want to be on the internet. And who are you to question your client's request?
But when I get the text, like, oh, thank fuck.
So what is your relationship to James Edgerton, the writer and paranormal investigator?
I actually did a website for him.
You did a website for him? All right.
I don't know. I never met him face to face.
No, I'm going to say you did for the purposes of the story. You would recognize him if you saw him, that kind of level. But you may have just met him once or twice.
If he saw my face, he's never likely going to forget it.
Right. Did he see your real face, or did you use illusion magic to disguise yourself?
It was kind of a faulty illusion.
Okay.
Like more of a device that was very clumsily built, but it was the best I could do at that time.
Okay. So you think he knows?
Well, he didn't freak out at me.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly what he was seeing in the illusion.
Okay. So what is your impression of James?
Well, he paid money for a website, which is fine. As for his work, look, I've met some vampires before. Some of them were nice people. And I know that they hate the shit he wrote. So I'm like, yeah, if you're going to write about monsters, do it for real, man. You'll be honest.
Well, he just says, well, yeah, if I did that for my first 2 books and they sold like shit, but my editor said I had talent for writing. He said so I just started making the changes he wanted. They started selling. So, blame my editor.
Well, I guess that's fine. There's probably some old one that's responsible for all that.
Yeah. Anyway, all 3 of you meet at the no longer haunted Waffle House.
That's good. Well, that's good because I love boysenberry.
Yeah. So they have, you get some boysenberry waffles.
Yeah. Get the big tables because I need that.
Yeah, they actually have a special private room just for you 3 as a reward for saving them. That was your payment.
All right.
Yeah.
God damn.
No, actually, I won't. I will never admit. I love going there because I love having a private room. It makes me feel all important.
Oh yeah, no, they like having you there because you're if anything goes, if the shit goes down, they know that they're protected. So, yeah. But yeah, they serve you. What are you getting, Alecto?
Hang on, I am looking at what they sell at a Waffle House because I have never actually been to a Waffle House.
Your life is better for it, let me tell you. You have at least 10 years left on your life as opposed to the rest of us because of it.
We have all partaken. And we have
all right, according According to their website, they have pecan pie and they have coffee.
Yeah.
So that is what she's having.
Oh, yeah.
No, Lydia. They have pecan pie.
Well, you say it your way, I'll say it mine.
All right, Colin, what are you having?
Pecan pie.
Two pecan pies? So yeah, pecan and pecan pie are served separately. Somehow,
They are distinctly different.
They're very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if this is a cartoon, each one would be animated slightly differently. So
Yes.
the three of you meet, and
I definitely have to go with a big plate of sausage, bacon, and eggs, and a personal bottle of boysenberry.
So it doesn't take you don't even have to make a roll to find James Edgerton's. Well, he sent you a check which had his home address on it. So you still have that scanned for your tax purposes there, Hugh. So you know where he lives, but you check his social media's website. It hasn't neither have been updated in a while. I mean, he worked for 40 years basically, so he was getting pretty old. But he seemed to be at least understanding how to use social media and the internet. So to hawk his books, of course, but he hasn't done anything in a while. So as you eat, and all three of you share notes and catch up, so you can kind of figure out you'll have at least one lead, his house, but you can figure out other things to do if you want.
So I say we just go see if he's home.
Yeah, might as well pull the Band-Aid off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, the sooner we're done with him, the sooner we don't have to talk to him anymore.
Okay. So the three of you finish up your meal. You all drive separately, I imagine, to his house, which is in a nicer part, middle-class suburban neighborhood. He is at the inn.
Wait. Drive separately and miss the chance to all ride in the Necromancer?
That's right. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, it's a van with very cool Necromancer van art on the side. It's called the Necromancer. And it may have been cursed or haunted.
It's the only size vehicle I can drive.
Yeah. So all three of you pile into the Necromancer.
Let me grab my stuff real quick.
Yeah.
She grabs a big duffel bag out of the trunk of her car.
The listeners here, if there's art ever made of this, you better... Yes, there should be art made of this. I'm just saying. And if it's for sale, you should buy it.
All right. So the three of you show up at his house. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac. And you realize, something is definitely off. Already, all of you can, have dealt with the supernatural enough to just get a sixth sense that something's up, but you can't quite place your fingers on what. So, it is very quiet. That's one thing you notice for free is that it is, even for suburban neighborhood, this is very quiet and still. So, what do you do, Alecto?
What time of year is it?
It is late spring, almost approaching summer. So we'll say late April. Yeah. It's warm.
All right, and then the other important question is what time of day is it?
I would say it's probably early afternoon.
Okay. So because it's still daylight, she will just grab her duffel bag and just walk up towards the door.
Okay.
And just kind of look around.
All right, you can roll sharp.
All right, I have rolled a 3.
Okay.
And my sharp is +0.
All right. I forgot to send you one thing, which are the hunter reference sheets. So there are common moves all people can do. So, but yeah, well, with the 3, you see what you see. So that is what Alecto does. Meanwhile, Colin, what are you doing? Are you following with Alecto, or are you going to do something else?
I am going to. I'm gonna kind of switch into arcane mode, and just kind of feel the area out and see if I'm getting any residual strings of magic in the area. Something that may have taken place here.
Okay. So are you actually like using a ritual to divine some information, or are you just like looking around?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use a ritual.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know those. Is there options, or to just kind of wing that?
Yeah, the use magic is pretty like, effects are pretty vague. So
Okay, then I'll draw a sigil on the ground, and I'll try and use that as a focal point to try to draw in any residual magics that might be around. See if I can identify them.
okay. Go ahead and roll weird.
I'm upset. I forgot. No thought. No thought. No thought. I got a 10.
Okay, with a 10, it works perfectly. There is an absence of, like, an unnatural absence of magic. But you realize it's not an unnatural absence of magic, it's unnatural magic that makes things absent. Deleting, erasing. More than just erasing, like, it is... You've never quite encountered it, but there is one highlight in the house. There's something distinctly there's just this permeation of this weird deletion aura magic, but then there's like a highlight that is definitely something else inside the house, like a pinpoint, like something very strongly magical in the house. So meanwhile, Hugh, what are you doing? Alecto's checking out the front door.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna I'll remain in the van. Like, dude, you text me if you need me, because I tried. I got my big ass, my new raincoat since I lost my giant last one.
Mm-hmm. So you're hanging back.
I'll hang back, but if you need me, just
send
me a text.
Okay. So
yeah, will do.
Alecto, you look through the front door window. The house looks dark. I mean, there's sunlight coming in through the windows, but it's very calm. And the door the front door sort of like creaks open slightly. It was ajar.
I will knock and announce my presence before walking inside.
And the door just opens under the force of your knock. And it seemingly to invite you in. But, there's no response. The house is, very quiet.
Just call out, Mr. Edgerton, are you here? As I walk in.
All right, you walk in. And you start looking around. So at this point, Colin, you wrap up your ritual. You detect those two things. Like I said, some sort of aura, and then like a highlight, a very pinpoint.
Like a null aura, like a nullification of magic, or like a complete, like, this focal point's probably drawing all the magic.
The focal point is these are two unrelated phenomena. Like,
okay,
the
magical in the house,
yeah,
and then a very distinct absence of any energy around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Or absence energy is more. It's hard to. The more you think about it, it's harder to formulate words about it. It's very weird.
Some sort of entropic magic.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't do hey, Lydia. Not Lydia. That's you. That's your real name, Alecto. Alecto. There's something going on here, yo. I don't know if you should go into the house quite yet. We need to think this through.
She will call back out. What was that? And she'll come back to the door.
Oh, carry on.
Well, it looks like you can go inside the house, Colin, if you want to check out that pinpoint.
I look over at Hugh. I'm like, hey. I'm just like kind of wave you over. I'm like, hey, we need to go in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, Hugh, I will say this. The entire time you've been there while they've been checking out the front door and doing their little ritual, no, you haven't even seen a person at the window. Like, you've never been to a suburban neighborhood where there wasn't at least one person, being a
busybody.
Yeah, busybody. Like, there's no kids. There's no adults. There's nobody.
Like, is there a dog?
No.
There's got to be a fucking squirrel. They're everywhere.
There is no squirrel.
Well, that's like you. Oh, something's very wrong. There's no squirrels.
There's no squirrels.
Like, all right, yeah, I'm investigating. Let's do this.
All right. So all three of you get into the house. You start looking around. You don't have to roll for it. You can find the pinpoint, thanks to Colin's ritual, easily. There is a safe in the house, like a standalone safe, but it has a little electronic keypad on it.
Okay, I don't suppose anyone here has in the past taken safe cracking classes, right?
I mean, I could crack it, but I could with a gun.
I could probably break it.
I will try. I will try the default password for this model of safe.
Okay.
Resetting.
Yeah. Roll sharp.
All right. That's a 10?
Yeah, it turns out. It is. So you remember.
Just type straight down the middle of the keypad. Works every time.
So you open it up and roll cool.
Oh boy. That is a 9?
Okay. So all three of you, none of you are hurt, but all of you are on the front lawn. And the front window of the house is broken open, and Hugh, there's some like broken glass on your trench coat. It looks like you think you jumped through the window, and you check your watch or your phone, and like a few minutes have passed. Like all of you blacked out, and time has accelerated. Or like time has moved, like you all blacked out for a few minutes, and it looks like all three of you were trying to run out of the house.
Like blackout, just like prom night.
Losing time's never a good sign.
What the fuck? I start patting myself down, checking everything. Start trying to snap little flames out to make sure I still got it.
Yeah, you still do.
All right, cool.
Actually, I'm just going, hey, am I still me?
Oh, very. You're fine.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I was worried.
Yeah, all of you can roll sharp.
A 4.
Okay. Well, you know what you know.
Okay, so when we opened the safe and we jumped out a window?
Hugh, what'd you get
11?
on? Okay. Hugh, what'd you get?
It's coming.
Are you going RPPR? Oh, there's. Okay. Yep.
I got a 5.
So
I know more.
amazing.
I know more than Colin does, but not by much.
Yeah, you remember jumping through the window. That much just suddenly comes back to you. Alecto, you remember. You open up the safe, and you saw documents, handwritten notes, and and there's definitely writing on them. But then as you try and like remember what the writing said, you remember stuff picking up the papers and trying to read the notes, and that's when you black out. Something about those documents cause you to recoil and get away from it.
I remember I picked him up and was reading whatever papers were in that safe. And then we're on the lawn.
Perhaps a more magical approach may be necessary for these documents.
It sure seems that way.
Allow me to. I'm gonna cast a scrying ritual. See if I can read them remotely.
Okay.
No thought. Cool. I rolled a 4 and a 5, so that's 12.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So as you attempt to look at the safe, since you know where it is, it's back in the office of James Edgerton's house. The other two of you see Colin get up and start running to the van.
Van's locked.
He breaks open the window and opens up the door. He starts to hotwire it. And
wait, I didn't know he could hotwire anything.
Well, I said he tries. And that's when you wake up, or your memories, Colin. What you have learned is this is whatever is affecting it. It must be related to that perceiving those documents triggers the magic. So it doesn't matter how you perceive the documents, through what channels, it'll automatically trigger it. And it comes into effect. So you need to figure out a way to defeat this aura in order to be able to read the documents.
I yell from inside the car, I'll buy you a new window.
Yes, you will.
Also, I think you could just stuff these wires back in. I don't know anything about cars.
Yeah.
I've always known that about you.
Also, magic didn't work. If that wasn't glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Well, my magic didn't work. I apologize. Someone else's magic made. This is far outside my wheelhouse.
Well, yeah, the documents are somehow protected by this aura, so you have to figure out some way of dealing with this aura before you can read the documents. And so you have to figure something out. Also, James, by the way, there's no sign of him in the house.
Yeah, that's a net positive for us, actually. We found the weird shit. He's gone. Whatever. Bye, James.
All right. So yeah,
like nowhere in the house. Like we searched. I must say we turned it over pretty well.
Yeah, you can go back in the house and look around. Like as long as you don't try and read the documents, it seems to be fine. So yeah,
wow. Very peculiar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any nullification rituals or anything. I can't count. I don't know. I don't know this magic. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You do know someone who would know that.
But I do know someone that would know that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, you can summon the spirit of Thoth, the god of knowledge.
Oh yeah,
you know what?
I forgot. Totally summon that dude.
Yeah, he only comes when I mess up, so I'm gonna have to do a ritual and hope I just fuck it up. I mean, I could just fuck a ritual up. How's that sound? Here we go. Here, a rainy day, make it rain ritual. Do scratch it in the ground. Blah blah blah. Oh, fuck that line up. Boom. And then the sigil just explodes in a big puff of smoke and sparks.
Behold, it is I, Thoth, god of knowledge. I have.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Thoth, how's it going?
I'm gonna go wait in the van. You talk to Thoth. Alecto, you've never met Thoth before. Have fun.
No. Okay.
Hello.
Thoth, how's it going?
Yeah, it is.
Hi.
I am a man. I am not actually the god of Thoth. I am a manifestation, a spirit, if you will. It is okay.
Okay.
Would you like to worship? If you worship me on a more regular basis, you would receive visions and communications from me, and perhaps tell your friends to worship Thoth.
I already get visions, thank you. I think he tried to summon you because we need your help.
Yes, I am a god of knowledge. I realize that it is a prayer for help. And it is interesting that he did this in the form of a mistake, because that is what you all need to do. Well, you need to contact the mistake. The mistake is a powerful, unnatural being that is a result of a divine curse, the details of which are specifically obscured. But the mistake, you see, you need to, in order to go beyond this aura. You must, this aura extends to the entire universe. Even I cannot perceive these documents. So you must move your perceptions beyond the bounds of this universe in order to transcend it. I did
that once in high school.
No, that was something else.
That was LSD, Hugh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I exited this universe while I was on it.
No, it was lit. Not gonna lie, we had a lot of fun.
The mistake is, it always looks like a person who you associate with your greatest personal mistake. So its appearance is meta knowledge that exists even if the person has no idea who that person is. They will instantly recognize them. And understand it. Thus, they are the only entity capable of perceiving beyond the bounds of this own universe. So you must contact the mistake and ask it for help. And of course, there is one way to do so, which is to invoke its name. Well, to invoke its secret name, which I will transcribe. It is an Egyptian hieroglyph. Now you must burn this and perform a serious. You must perform the ritual of wrongness, in which you use your wrong hand. You walk backwards and speak backwards. The longer you do so, the more powerful the ritual becomes. Does that? And the longer you do that, the more aid you will receive from the mistake. Yes, the ritual of wrongness.
How do you talk backwards?
Oh, I'll teach you. It is.
He loves to teach things.
Yes. Roll cool.
Me?
Anyone who wants to learn how to speak backwards.
I'll
That's
try.
a 9?
Okay.
We can all try.
All right.
I got a 7.
Okay. So you can.
We got an 8.
All right. All three of you succeed enough to learn how to speak backwards and perform the ritual of wrongness. But you'll have either you can take either a point of harm as it causes internal brain hemorrhaging, or you can fail your next charm check, whenever that is. Yeah.
I'll take that.
Okay. Just
I'll take a point of harm. I'm sure that's fine.
All right, Hugh. What about you?
Yeah, I will.
Point of harm.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind, Colin. Next time you make a charm check.
The negative one's a pretty good reminder that I'll probably fail the next charm check.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to spend the next day essentially preparing and performing the ritual. You can do it at this house because apparently you'll be alone. No one seems to go near it. Its aura has caused this entire neighborhood to be. People seem to glance over it. They seem to ignore it. There's cars driving by it. The mailman tries to swerve into the cul-de-sac, but immediately turns around. It just wards every way away. The fact that all three of you are gifted or are aware of the natural of the supernatural and are specifically looking it out seems to have defeated that level of protection. But so for the ritual of wrongness, you have to walk backwards, you have to speak backwards, and you have to use your wrong, your non-primary hand unless you're ambidextrous. And otherwise, there's other things you can do. Like, what's one other thing you have to do wrong? Let's see. Alecto, what is another thing you have to do purposely wrong in the ritual of wrongness?
I think she purposefully burns the food that she's stolen from this man's fridge.
Yep. Yeah. It is gross to eat, and you're definitely going to be regretting that later. But
these are the worst eggs I've ever had in my life.
Oh no, it's a food challenge. Hugh, what about you?
I have to drink some fizzy drinks and then blow the fizz through my gills.
That hurts. Oh, that's where the harm comes from. It's not even a brain hemorrhage.
See, I thought the harm came from all of us in a room together, speaking backwards, trying to learn how to do it, and one of us just got fed up and hit one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
All right, Colin, what's the final thing you have to do wrong, or what do you have to do wrong for the ritual?
I keep filling it, cupping my hands, filling it full of water, and casting it like it's fire spells. I'm like, water!
Yeah. So all of you are under considerable mental strain at this point. Up is down, left is right. Everything is backwards, is forwards. And under the strain, your perceptions begin to shift. And someone walks through the door. So it is to everyone, the mistake looks different. But it's always someone who reminds you of your greatest mistake. So, Hugh, what person is that to you?
Probably I'll go, James Marsh, my actual dad.
Oh, is he? Was he a full deep one or a hybrid or like? Did he say human looking?
He went full. He went full, the same as me.
Okay. So yeah, you see a deep one there, but you know it's your father. That molted scale pattern. He's very old. Somehow still has some. There's a couple of beard hairs on his chin. Even though he's full deep one, there's still a bit of human there. And
all I could say was like, just thank God I lost all my hair already.
Yeah, and his eyes just look at you with tremendous, what is it, anger, disappointment, pity?
I don't know, Dad. You tell me.
Okay, well, it's not good. And you say that, it's like, I am not your father. But that is very interesting there, Hugh. So, Alecto, what person does the mistake look to you?
She looks like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh. So, yeah, she comes in, and that's knowing this is objectively your greatest mistake. How do you feel now, Alecto?
Not great.
Yeah. She smiles slightly at you. And
I will just say that I am so sorry.
I'm not her, Alecto. And you'll never see her again. Probably. I can't see the future, but you can, can't you? Oh, was that the wrong thing to say? Very sorry. And finally, Colin.
Colin sees the embodiment of failure to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, your greatest, a real person that reminds you of your greatest mistake.
Yeah, exactly. He sees a reflection of himself.
Okay.
But a much colder, dead, like a human without any kind of animus, just a cold husk of a human that looks exactly like him, just a lot more sad.
So the mistake looks at you, Colin, says, sometimes your greatest mistake is yet to come. Isn't that something to look forward to?
Oh, man.
Yes. Well, I would say I'm sorry for bringing a little more misery, but that would be, I am a divine mistake. I very, very powerful in certain ways, and I know one of these powers is how to transcend perceptions of reality. Really, you have to understand that this what you're encountering is really a curse, a very, very a curse that's gone, some would say out of control. And in order to defeat the curse, you have to really making mistakes really changes your perceptions, doesn't it? It just makes you when the world is collapsing around you, you suffer your own little personal apocalypse. That's when you can really see some shit. And so it's simple. What's happening here is irritating to me. I've been sensing it for a while, but it's like an itch you just can't find out where to scratch. And so I want to help you. But so there's no price per se. I'm not a genie or a devil. But in order to help you, you have to get in the right mindset. So you have to make a mistake that fucks your life up in some way. And you have to do something wrong when every instinct in your head is screaming, no, don't do that. And when you get in that mindset, that's when I'll step in and I'll just tap you right in your soul, right there. And that will overcome the curse, at least for a while, and you'll be able to read you'll be able to go on as though it didn't exist. And yeah, won't that be? And then you'll be able to save the world, because this is a big global thing. It's not just here. If you took those papers to Antarctica, you still wouldn't be able to read them. And it didn't matter where. So that's some big mojo, and it's getting, the entropy is growing. It's not in harmony with the universe. And something unintended consequences, cascade scenarios. You know how all that stuff happens. So yeah, fuck up your life some way, and I'll be able to piggyback that and give you the juice to resist this curse. How's that sound?
Man, I'm gonna have to find a way to fuck up my life worse than I already have.
Oh yeah. Not just get. I mean, for you, it's pretty simple. Not just get fired, but get banned from Barnes and Noble. That would be a good way of doing that.
Absolutely not out of the question.
Well, you're gonna have to find something else then.
Okay, I know what I need to do.
Yeah.
I need to run home. Is that cool with everybody?
Oh, I'm everywhere and nowhere. So as soon as you do it,
that's good.
Yeah. You'll not see me again unless you want to do the ritual again. In which case, I'll have to ask you why. Not many people want to see me. So yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you're no Thoth.
God, I'd take Thoth over this. Isn't Thoth still outside?
Oh no, he left. He doesn't like being around me. Even he's got some sense.
Well, at least I know how to get rid of Thoth next time.
Well, you gotta go through all that shit to summon me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoth is just good people.
You haven't spent 6 hours in a van with Thoth.
That's
one can dream. One can dream.
But in a way, I was there with you because that was a mistake. So yeah, the mistake is gone, yet with you. So. Yeah, this is more of a role-playing thing. There's not really how are you going to fuck up your life in some way? Yeah,
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do, Hugh?
Going back home, getting back on my computer, and I'm making that website I've been working on a bug-ridden information-stealing mess.
Okay, so that's going to tank your personal reputation, your finances, and possibly jeopardize your house. So yeah, give me a cool check.
Oh, this is the fun part. Nope.
Yeah, you're not. You're as you realize you can't quite get yourself to hit that return button to upload the code. To click that upload button or render it live. You know, like send all those changes, all those fuck ups live. So yeah. You realize you can't make yourself do it unless you can. Your client calls you though. He wants to talk on a Zoom call. You know, it'd be real easy to fuck up in a way to just turn that camera on for your Zoom meeting.
Fucking Zoom. Like I said, just about to turn it on. Like, what was wrong with Skype? Skype was perfectly fine.
So you turn on Zoom, your client there. What does your client do?
Lawyer.
Yeah, hey, it's I'm Mortshaw. Yeah. And where's my website there? What's your name? Hugh? Yeah, Hugh. What's with the monster mask? Take that off. This isn't Halloween. Always on for months. Get serious. Come on, be an adult here. Come on, you mess around with your code and your Reddits. Like, come on, So he is very loud and abrasive, and you could just unload on him if you want there.
No, I'm just gonna. I'll start. All right. I don't know that. I don't like whatever the deep one language is. I'm just gonna start ranting at him in that.
Okay. With that, once you get angry enough, as you start doing it, it feels good to start yelling at him. He closes the call, and you find the courage to upload all that stuff that will destroy his website and expose his his client data to the internet, and make you legally liable for it, probably, because now you're a disgruntled contractor. So yeah, your heart's pounding. Oh God, what have you done? And he's going to sue you, and you don't want to go to court. You can't go to court.
I was like, I mean, look, okay, like, and also at the same time, I also don't want to go I don't want to go to the ocean either.
Yeah. And so your heart is pounding, and that's when you feel clarity. So meanwhile, Alecto, have you thought of something that you can do to fuck up your life? Maybe not.
Yeah. What?
It doesn't have to be like permanent, but enough to like, something that's every instinct is screaming no while you do it, like that kind of level. What are you thinking?
I think one of the investors in my
the society, yeah. So the society needs donors to keep running. And, it used to be easy to find donors because they were rich old dudes who had land and felt it was, noblesse oblige to, fight monsters and whatnot. But, it's harder these days to get the rich people to fund that. So there's a lot of like hand holding and showing them dead monsters and all kinds of stuff. Which donor do you hate the most?
God, I was going to say that they had a promising lead on a new donor.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you like this new donor?
And he is the fucking worst. Incredibly rude.
Mm-hmm.
Just makes the worst comments.
Okay. Is he new money or old money?
Oh, he's new money.
Oh, okay. All right. So, he is, we'll say, let's see here.
Zach, but it's ZAC.
Tech Bro nicknames. He just goes by the name Tattered Crocodile. He legally changed his name to Tattered Crocodile because that was the name of his first app that made him, $10 million. But now he's worth hundreds of millions. So Tattered Crocodile is there. How are you contacting him on the phone, or are you going to be able to meet him in person?
I think they want me to meet him in person.
Okay, yeah. So you go to the society meeting hall, the Gary, Indiana regional headquarters, which is a nice mansion on the outskirts of town. And Tattered Crocodile is there looking at a stuffed chupacabra, along with Judd, your mentor. He's like, yes, hello. Here's one of our most promising warriors, Alecto. Show Mr. Tattered Crocodile your techniques. Have you found another monster to slay? I've been telling him about the story of time I slew this chupacabra, which was sucking all the goats.
Yeah, I found a monster. Is he sitting down right now?
Sure.
Or is he standing?
He was. Which do you prefer? Like, he could be standing. Like,
I would prefer he's standing.
All right, he's standing. He's looking at the chupacabra taxidermy. Which is the first thing they roll out to donors, and it's very old and beat up.
Of course. So, unfortunately, the only monster I've been able to find is him. So I'm just going to sweep his leg out.
Ah! What? What are you? Just because I'm a capitalist? Am I being canceled by the woke monster hunters? What? This is
absolutely.
Look, I pay all those workers the legally minimum required wage for our app that measures the happiness in children and how to diminishes it, which is profitable somehow. I don't have to justify myself. Why would he's very outraged. So he's incredibly fragile skinned.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. There's a buffet table set up nearby if you really want to. Yeah.
I would love to kind of haul him up and just slam his face into the punch bowl.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's out like a light, covered in punch, and Judd is like, "What has happened? What are you on Earth? Are you cursed? Are you possessed? Are you possessed by a curse? Get out of here! You must.
Yep.
You submit penance. Yeah. How dare you? The society is powerful. Oh my God! Someone help me with Tattered Crocodile. the tech millionaire.
She'll just yell sorry over her shoulder as she jogs out of the room.
Yeah, and you feel a unimaginable clarity as your heart is pounding, your head is throbbing, and suddenly, as you just realized you sunk how many years of your life into this society and the training and the belief, and then now, and you may have just thrown it all away, and now you feel this clarity. It's hard to even describe. It's like pulling a haze off the world. Everything is, you realize, it really was a global curse affecting everything. And now you are, at least for now, protected from it. And so it is a lot to take in, but you stagger out of the mansion, banished from the society. So finally, Colin, what are you thinking of?
Well, I go to work the next day. I go to work my shift at Barnes and Noble, and proceed to just every time someone comes by with a book, I say, "This one's on the house."
Okay. Some TikToker mentions it, and soon there's a line out the door. And
yes, I promote free book day at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Steve not only has you fired, he's calling the cops on you. You better get out of there for essentially stealing from the store.
I didn't steal anything. I just didn't do anything to prevent the theft.
All right, Steve takes a swing at you. He is so enraged that he is going to, thousands of dollars of merchandise before Steve noticed is gone. So he takes a swing at you. Roll cool.
I get a 6.
Okay, he pops you in the face. You did not expect Steve had it in him. And so you you get sent sprawling into the newest pile of Clancy novels, the annexation of all tensions.
There you perfect.
Yeah, and it hurts. You take a point of harm. As you several people do pull Steve off of you. You've made quite a scene out of yourself, and getting punched in the face by a middle-aged Barnes & Noble manager has been caught on TikTok. So, this is, you're no longer welcome here. And you're probably going to get sued. Oh
no.
Yeah. But yeah, you feel the clarity. As described before. So all three of you converge back at the house, James Edgerton's house, and
how'd you all get along?
At least we still have the Waffle House.
I got to bully a millionaire.
That has nothing to do with our jobs. That's how we just destroy supernatural shit.
Yeah, Colin does have a very visible black eye now.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I wear sunglasses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can see the edges of the bruise. Yeah. So the three of you go back, and you can read the paper. It's James investigating a new threat. He says, "I can't even name it because it lives in thoughts. It lives." I have to be very careful. I found a way to stop it. There is one ritual I know of. Unfortunately, this will I will have to be the bait to lure it in. Someone else will have to perform the ritual and curse me, because I'll have to become part of it in order to make the curse work on it. I'll have to find. Only the Baron can perform the ritual and survive. He was my greatest enemy once, but I know he wants to see the world exist, so he will do. I'm sure he'll do it. We'll meet at the Forbidden Island on the middle of the Great Lakes, and there I will seal it in with myself, and the Baron will seal us in. And this. It is tragic that no one will ever know this, but it is better this way. It is the only way. So, yeah. You can also roll sharp to figure out more stuff from the notes.
I get a 6.
Okay.
8.
But I was wondering, do we know who the Baron is?
Well, with the 8, Alecto could know that.
Yes, I would like to know that.
Hey, I haven't succeeded on a single roll today.
Hell yeah.
So it is actually another vampire, Baron Mortis.
Fuck.
A Baron. The Baron was started as an enemy, but they came to an understanding and have been rivals. And Alecto, yeah, I would say maybe more than rivals, maybe kind of like a frenemy situation, maybe not friends, maybe more, like, yeah.
Is it really is someone really your rival if you're not also fucking them?
Yeah, it's true.
Good point.
Yeah. So, yeah, but
Colin's just over there. He's like base.
So, but yeah, the Baron was a greater vampire. He was a daywalker. Yeah. Yeah, but you do find the directions to the Forbidden Island, which is a secret island in the middle of the Great Lakes, which is, very few people know about. But you'll have to get a boat and go there, or well, I guess you could get a plane or a helicopter, but it is, like 100 miles offshore.
We could just ride on Hugh's back.
Well, I mean, that would be pretty uncomfortable for two people.
I've seen the Great Lakes. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Water's still pretty cold.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Well, we could just get a boat. Boats are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just rent a boat.
Boats are free, honestly.
Boats are free. Yeah, you need to figure out what kind of boat you're going to get.
We have a pick of what's available.
I mean, you can get a small little boat, like a little dinghy with a motor on it. You could get like a fishing boat. You get like a.
We're gonna get a pleasure craft. Let's get a little speedy boat for like jet skiing and stuff.
Okay, yeah, speedboat. Yeah,
dual motors.
All right.
Oh yeah.
VSS Spring Break.
Who's going to try and get it to rent one?
Oh, there will be no renting. We are stealing this boat.
Okay. Okay. What time of day? Like, right? When you meet and you read the notes, it was morning of the next day. When you finished, so when you decide you're going to get a speedboat, like, what is your plan? Are you just going to the docks right now and just grabbing one?
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
So, Hugh, what we're going to have you do is we're going to have you swim out good 150 feet off the shoreline, okay?
Yeah.
And we're going to come pick you up because it's going to be a really hard sell with you there.
Okay.
Story of my life. All right, I'll meet you out there.
Okay.
All right, Alecto, this is what we're going to do.
All right.
We're going to we're just going to climb into one of the boats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to magic it alive. And we're just going to drive off with it. Sail off? Drive? What is a boat? What do you do with a boat? Pilot it away.
Yeah, I think pilot's right.
That's pretty indicative of Colin's knowledge of boating. So, all right.
We're going to drive the boats.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this will be fine. This will be fine.
All right.
And if anyone stands in our way, we kill them, I guess.
Well, yeah.
That seems a little extreme.
Look, extreme situations call for extreme measures, Alecto. And we're saving the universe from a paradox, correct?
Who can argue with that logic?
Yeah.
All right.
Look, eggs, omelets, you get it. You understand.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are eggs.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Unfortunately, the only ritual you know off the top of your head that would work for that is to summon Thoth to walk you through how to hotwire.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
Yeah. So, go ahead and give me a weird check there.
Boy, wouldn't you know, I passed the weird check to summon Thoth with flying colors. I got a 9.
All right, well that takes you got a 9. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is very loud and obvious as like there's just these rays of light from the heavens all shining on the boat, and tiny like ibis birds start appearing and flying around, and they start chanting Thoth, 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 behold the glory of Thoth, and Thoth appears over the speedboat, and very loudly starts telling you how to do this. So Alecto, the boat's owner, this guy, this very tan guy, like he looks like a hot dog, comes over, in his sunglasses and boating shorts and Hawaiian shirt, and you could tell he's going to cause problems, so you're going to have to keep him busy while Colin finishes hot wiring the boat. So what are you going to do while Colin is doing this? You could...
So... I notice that one of the effects of use magic is trap a specific person, minion, or monster.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yes, banish him.
What I would like to do is just send him out of reality for a few minutes.
Okay.
Which I'm sure is fine.
No lasting consequences could ever come from this.
Okay, so that's a 5 plus... The fuck is my weird 2? So that's a 7.
Okay. So the effect is weakened. You tried to like trap him using you cast a spell used to trap witches and evil occultists, to bind them to the earth, but he's not on the earth, is he? Yeah, he's on the wooden dock. So instead of that, the spirits that appear to try and invisibly trap this guy look around. They don't see the earth to bind roots in, but they're like, and they look at you as like, why did you cast a spell over water? And then they see a fishing net over there and they throw the net on him. So the little spirits tried their best, and he is entangled in a net. So he yells out, help, help, they're boat jacking. They're boat jacking me off. They're boat jacking me.
Jesus.
What? Yeah. But yeah, some more people start coming over. So Colin, roll sharp to see how good you are at following instructions.
Oh boy, I got a 9.
All right, you're pretty good. So you're not bad. So you're figuring out. But one of them, the boat owner's college age son, Chad, is like, "Hey, get out of my dad's boat. It's my dad. He has a dealership and a boat. So get off of it."
I take my sunglasses off. I'm looking like, what the fuck are you going to do about it?
Well, no, you're too busy doing it. Alecto has to stop.
Alexa, then you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
you take my sunglasses off and then you say that.
Yeah.
What do I want to do here? Can I just shove him off the dock?
Yeah. Roll tough.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's fine. That is a 9.
Okay. All right. You ran. You. How do you knock him off the dock? Is it like tackle, knock him off, like trip him, like judo?
I think I just let him get close to me till he's like right up in my face, because this seems like the kind of person who would just get right up in your face.
Oh yeah.
And then I just kind of hook my leg around his and push him over.
All right. He falls in the water, and the boat roars to life, and you jump in, and the three of you and the two of you are able to meet, head out, and you rendezvous with Hugh, no problem. But you can see, yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to get back to the docks anytime soon, and in fact. Well, you don't know this, but the Necrovan is going to be, unfortunately, impounded as you are. They figure out that you came in the Necrovan, sir. Yeah.
Damn it! We need to go after some gold spirit that when we defeat it, leaves behind a big pile of gold.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. And suddenly, Hugh's like, wait, I could go to the ocean to get all the gold I want. And he's like, oh no, I gotta fight that urge.
Hey,
I mean, maybe I can call my dad later and see.
Hugh, you got that look again.
I can call my dad maybe and see if he'll lend us some gold. I mean, he's got plenty.
Remember, we live in apartments and townhouses and nice houses now. We don't live in the underworld.
Look, I know. Look, my dad, he thinks my lifestyle choice is weird, but he doesn't. I mean, I think the shit he gives me is good natured.
Sure.
So the three of you head out to the Forbidden Island, and again, you realize this island was also subject to the curse. No one knows it exists, but all three of you can see it clearly. And it is a small island. There is a lighthouse on it. It was, you don't know the history of this place too well, but there is an unnatural light coming from the top of the lighthouse. And you're guessing, boy, that's a place to put a ritual, huh? So, yeah.
On our way out, there are two things that I would like to do. I would like to pull out my big-ass sword and cast the spell to enchant the weapon.
All right.
Which is... that is a 9.
Okay, is that just use magic, or is that a special move?
Yes, that is just use magic.
Okay.
One of the effects is enchant a weapon, it gets +1 harm and plus magic.
Okay. All right. So, let's see. The effect is, you will draw immediate unwelcome attention. The blade glows with intense energy. And if you face any hostile beings, they will target you first.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So.
And then,
yeah.
The other thing I would like to do is use the +1 forward from successfully using magic to look into the future.
Okay.
That is a 10.
Hold 3.
So I hold 3.
Yeah. All right. Have a useful object be somewhere where you're needed just in time. Take +1 forward or give. Yeah. Okay. So basically you have those 3 and you can spend them at any time. So keep that in mind. So you retroactively warned someone about an attack, so that doesn't work on you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, very good. But yeah, as there is a primitive, there is a rotting wooden dock you can tie the boat onto. You stop. You hope you'll be able to start it again. But as you, the three of you step off the boat, you can see there's sort of a fog around the island, and you lose sight of the land, and all around you is just the water. The sounds, there were planes overhead in the distance, and every once in a while you could hear something, but that all fades away too. And you can see the door to the lighthouse up ahead, but there is someone leaning up against the side of the lighthouse, and this person stands up, and you can see it's actually the negative space of a person. It's hard to look at, but you can see they aren't actually there, but they are. It's a trick of the light and the shadows and the fog, but there is an impression of a person there. But when you look at it the wrong way, it's just not there. It kind of is an impossible thing to look at, because every single second it's all incidental, but yet it's not. It's moving, and yeah, it is. Standing in front of the door. So yeah, you can, all of you can roll sharp to figure out what
Damn it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll succeed in a roll.
Maybe.
I got a 6.
Well,
I do not.
I got a 7.
All right. You realize, Colin. Oh, that's whatever the fuck that is, wherever it came from. It's probably not native to this universe. This whole place is just reeks of entropy, of entropic energies. This is a thing that feeds on entropy. And you're threatening its food source by just being here.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So it's going to try and, erase you. So yeah, this will be combat. It's going to attack Alecto, because Alecto has a big ass magic sword that radiates. Fight me first. Kill me or I'll kill you. And your magic sword can hurt this thing. But
that's the idea.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take a big sweeping swing at it.
All right. That is tough.
That's a 10.
All right. So with kick some ass, you get one extra effect. +1 forward, or +1 forward to another hunter, extra harm, or suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
Well, I'm already doing 5 harm.
Mm-hmm.
So I will take +1 forward.
Okay. All right. So it also inflicts harm on you. So you take 3 harm as you go forward and sweep the sword through it. And when you strike it, it creates this. You were just striking it light and fog, right? But like when you hit it, it's like you're cutting through stone. It's incredibly heavy and dense, and you see this carbonized, glowing, red hot ash. Striking pure entropy with magic creates weird exotic matter side effect. Debris. It turns out.
That's probably fine.
But then it grabs you by the shoulders, and you can feel parts of you you're just losing mass. Like you stagger back, and there's not a mark on you, but you realize. Well, I don't know if you realize this or not, but you've just been subtracted. Like you weigh 5% less than you did before you were touched. Like just an even number of atoms from all of your body have been erased and removed. So that doesn't feel good.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So that really fucking hurts, it turns out. Your body doesn't like that. Your system starts shuddering at the outrage as, some of your blood vessels don't exist or work well. The walls of all your arteries are thinner now. Like yeah, the cascade effects are really bad, it turns out.
They're my favorite arteries.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it does, but does that ignore my armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it is not good. But yeah, you definitely put a big hurt on it. Probably 1 or 2 more swings would kill it, or annihilate it, drive it away. You're not exactly sure. Because that's the paradox of this entity. It is entropy, yet it has a organized existence. It is not chaos. It is structured and patterned in some way. So, yeah, the other two, you both see this exchange. I don't know how much of that you understand, but it's very weird and cool looking, but it's very scary too. So, Hugh, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Hey, Colin, is there anything we can do besides directly attacking that thing?
You're saying that as I'm loading, I'm just like pulling my pistol out and spinning the cylinder. I'm like, nah, yeah, we'll be fine. Just give it the old college try.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean, you're inherently magical. That sword's magical. Whatever that did to it, maybe if you punch it, something will happen.
I'll give it the old Dagon best.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, I'll attack.
All right. I think do you use weird for kick some ass? Okay. Because you're strong.
I am. Now we're talking. How about 15.
Yeah, damn. That is 2 6s. See, it all works out. Yeah, that is.
And of course, my first successful thing is this.
So you definitely get the additional effect. Do you want to suffer less harm, inflict more harm, force them where you want, or yeah?
I'll suffer less harm.
Okay. So you take 2. I think your claws inflict 2.
Actually, well, I have immortal, which means I always suffer 1 less harm.
Okay, so you only take 1 now. Between those 2.
And,
yeah.
So, I got the base is 3 harm, plus I have Claws of the Beast, which gives me another +1 to harm.
Where are you biting, or are you using your claws? Because your bite is your claws use 2.
I was biting,
okay.
Claws of the Beast applies to all natural attacks.
Okay, all right. So 4. Okay. It is still up. It is obviously very tough, but you bite into organized pattern entropy. What does it taste like?
Tastes like that Coca-Cola Starlight.
Okay. But that's the last thing you're going to taste for a while. Your taste buds have been removed on a molecular level, so
It's okay. I'll regenerate.
Why you're drooling?
Yeah.
Am I?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. You always stick out a horde into him. Or shoot it, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, okay.
All right. It looks like not a pattern of a person. It looks like a dying pattern of a person. Someone who has been heavily mutilated. So.
Actually, I'm just going, dude, watch your junk.
Oh, okay.
All right. What are you going to do, Colin?
I'm going to blast him.
Mm-hmm.
Get real close and blast. And hopefully I roll a 10 plus, because my fire spreads if I don't. And I'm wondering if my magical fire is going to interact with the entropic energy fields around us and cause some weird effect. Well, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Colin doesn't have time to think about these things. Or the brain to. I rolled a 9, so I did not hit a 10 plus.
All right. So
but it does 4 harm.
Does 4 harm. That does destroy it. You'll take 3 harm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Alecto, part of you just lose 5% of your body mass. But evenly throughout your entire body. And that really fucking hurts. Also new complication. Entropy fire. It looks like fire, but it's not, and it's just burning the air, disintegrating the air around it. So everyone give me a cool check, to see how well you avoid this thing and get into the lighthouse.
An 8.
Okay.
That's a 7.
Okay. So you can give up your armor, an item, or you can take 1 harm as you are singed by the fire.
I will give up my armor.
Okay. Yeah, your armor is burned off, and you have to shrug it out in order to get the entropy fire from burning it. Yeah.
1 second, I have a question. I have enchanted clothing as one of my moves. I get Spell-Slinger moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's pick an article of everyday clothing. It's enchanted without any change in appearance. Take -1 harm from any source that tries to get at you through the garment.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's my hoodie.
Okay.
And I take -1 damage from the fuck ton of damage I just took.
No, the entropy is negates armor.
Oh, it sounds like any source though. I'm just reading.
I know, but it's entropy. It's.
I'm just saying entropy would be of any source. I'm just saying whatever. Rots.
Okay, fine. You can have that.
No, fuck it. You can have your entropy cake, Ross.
All right. So, all right. You all get inside. You're all battered, hurting, but you're inside the lighthouse. At the top of there is an unnatural light at the top. You can see it from down at the bottom. You can take the stairs upward. You see the Baron Mortis in a meditative pose. and posed in front of this like energy vortex. He's gazing into it. His body looks, he is clearly racked with pain, but he can see you. He's like, hello, I can speak here. I ask that you do not slay me, because I know that if I stop this ritual, a nameless horror will bleed into this universe. I know I was asked.
That'd be bad.
I was asked to save this world, but I don't remember why or how. But James is not dead. He's in there. I know that. But if you're here, that means no one was ever supposed to find this place. So that means something's weakening. Something's changing. You seem to be protected from its effects, yet not disrupting it. This is a portal into the prison that keeps it inside, but James is there with it.
What? Okay, James is in there with it?
Yes.
What is it? What is it?
I don't know. My memory of it was clearly erased. But
that's easy. Just fuck your life up. You'll be fine. That's how.
Yes, well, perhaps this is penance for all the many, many murders I have done.
No, the penance, forgiveness thing, it doesn't work. You got to murder someone really important to you, and then it'll probably fix the problem.
What?
Yeah, I know.
There's this whole fucking thing. You gotta like walk backwards and talk backwards and like use your offhand. I don't know. I'm gonna jump in the portal.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow Alecto.
All right. Alecto and Colin, jump in. Are you following you?
Here we go.
All right.
I was like, oh god, I can taste bad dreams.
Yeah. You're tasting you're tasting bad dreams now. It's that's not something and your mind's process. Yes, that's what a bad dream tastes like.
It tastes like pizza and fascism.
No, it tastes worse. It doesn't taste like pizza at all. It doesn't taste like it does taste a bit like fascism. Yeah, that is a bad dream. So the three of you, black out for a moment, and you awaken. All of you are on a hard tile, cold floor. But when you open your eyes, you're in, it looks like a shopping mall, but the lights are half off and like kind of like flickering dim fluorescent lights. The place looks kind of abandoned.
How's the music?
You actually do hear some music. There is there's some sort of weird song, and it's coming from that wall over there.
Is it the girl from Ipanema?
It's kind of hard to describe.
It's vaporwave, isn't it?
It's mall soft.
But yeah, the music is coming through the wall, and it seems to be kind of jaunty.
Go look at that wall.
What did that wall do?
There's a tiny little crack in it, and you can see there's light coming from inside, but the crack is too small to see through. It's just like a little slit, at least right now. But, it's like a mall. It's like the wall, it's like drywall. It's not like very strong.
Like, you want me to punch through it or something?
Well, allegedly we're in a prison. I don't want you to punch through any walls at the moment.
No, okay, yeah, you're probably right.
So what do you do?
Colin kind of sits there and thinks for a second. He's like, Hugh, you could punch the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could, but I've already had to think about that, and I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, me too. But what are our options?
I'll take a quick look around and see if there's anything else strange.
When you look out, the doors are locked, and not only locked, they don't even budge. So it does look like it only shows like an empty parking lot. The fountains kind of sputter. But yeah, other than that, you spend how long are you going to spend walking around? Are you going to search this entire mall?
Or do we need to walk backwards?
I mean, you can sense that you're still protected by whatever the mistake gave you. You still have that clarity.
I'll walk down to the doors, walk back, maybe go to that big intersection every mall has.
Yep. Just like stores that have been shuttered. Some are open, but there's only like bare furniture inside. There's some like signage on the walls, but like it's for a sale from like 2009. And yeah, it's a very abandoned mall, but like still intact. It's not like rotted. You don't see black mold. So like it's been closed, but it hasn't like been decaying. It's that stage of decay. It's that stage of abandonment,
Yeah. What's kind of adjacent to the wherever that wall is?
You actually see you're in the food court. There's like a Sabaro's. There's Aladdin's Castle, the arcade. That's shuttered, and all the arcade machines have been taken out, except for one called Kingu, but that's broken. And there is, and when you look at the wall, you kind of realize there's like a restaurant on either side of it. It's like it kind of like, why is there a blank wall in this section? They could have put a restaurant in here. So perhaps now that you look at it, it's like maybe there was a restaurant there and they walled it off.
Yeah. So fuck it, I got nothing. Just fucking punch a hole in the wall. I don't care.
Right, that's what I've been saying.
All right.
You do Hugh things.
All right. Hugh, are you going to bust open the walls?
Yeah, why not?
All right. You bust.
This wall needs busting.
All right. You bust open the wall and you find there is, in fact, a fast food restaurant in there. There are little tables and chairs, the kind of fast food thing where they're bolted to the ground. And, very, very durable. There's a counter, and you look around, you don't recognize the chain, at first. Everything, you don't see much insignia and logos because, everything's dusted and old. But it looks remarkable, and there's some boxes stacked up on some of the tables. But all three of you feel, something, a light pressure on your head. Like something's been placed on your heads. Alecto, how do you react to feeling that?
I will reach up and see if there's something there.
There is something there. It feels like cardboard.
I'll take it off my head.
It is a cardboard crown. You see the Logan Burger King on it. You've never heard of Burger King. Burger King does not exist. And you can see your companions both have a Burger King crown on their heads as well.
Impossible. There can only be one Burger King.
There cannot be 3 Burger Kings.
You do hear commotion coming from like deeper within the place.
All right, I'll fucking go further into the Burger King.
Yep. Into the Burger King.
You hear someone's trapped in the little manager's office. You can hear thumping.
I'll try the door.
All right. You open the door and James Edgerton falls out. It's like, what? Oh my God! You're not part of it. How did you get here?
Oh, we punched entropy. I bit entropy. It tastes strange.
I set it on fire.
I had a vision about a paradox.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, that too.
Yes, the storyteller's curse. I was investigating a new threat, and I found it.
You certainly did.
It was it's a mimetic virus, a thought virus. As soon as you hear of it, you spread it, and that's how it grows in strength. And it goes from world, to universe, corrupting and consuming everything. And it's a thought. You can't kill a thought, but there was a curse, an ancient curse I knew of. It's called. I just called it the storyteller's curse. It was used to, an ancient storyteller would curse another storyteller to cause people to forget their story, and who told it. But it should have erased this from reality. It should have erased me. It should have erased the case. You shouldn't have been able to find me. I guess entropy. You said entropy? You had to fight. They're entropic feeders from other universes that feed on such things, impossibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But that shouldn't even have been possible. The virus should have been contained. But wait, no. I think I understand. The curse, the story. Someone else must be telling the story. Someone from another reality. And as long as they tell the story to other people and they remember it, it will still exist, weakening the storyteller's curse until it escapes and destroys our reality. You understand? It's someone from another reality. They're doing this to us. They're making it happen. You don't understand the carnage this mimetic virus will cause. The entire world will sink into chaos. All civilization will collapse. We'll all be pulled into the court by the lake. We'll all... It's humorous at first, but then it gets worse and worse and worse. You have to...
Look, man, hey, we're not going to let it happen. The world's where I keep all my stuff.
Also, have a little perspective. I lost my job at Barnes & Noble yesterday, so...
But... Yes, of course, the absurdity of it all. But yeah, how can you kill something that's not even our reality? It's someone perceiving our reality. They think it's fiction. They think they're making it up. They think it's a story. They don't even realize what they're doing to us. And if they did, would they even care? It's just funny to them.
So we have to go kill James in another reality?
No, it's not me. It's the storyteller. Whoever's telling the story. You have to kill them. You have to kill them. And then you have to destroy their story so that no one ever knows it. Because if it escapes again, it'll keep weakening the curse here. I mean, you could stay here. You could go back to the bear and reinforce the curse. Sacrifice your life to save, to reinforce it.
Oh no.
He points at you, Hugh. You look like you're immortal. You could help the Baron. You would be good. It would be good. Yeah.
The thought of doing anything for eternity just bums me out.
So
I'm doing IT now, but I'm going to want to reinvent myself after a while.
But so none of you are willing to sacrifice yourself to reinforce the curse?
Well,
no, absolutely not.
Hey, here's the thing, man. We've dealt with a lot of world-threatening supernatural shit, and we've never had to sacrifice ourselves.
Right.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah, it's bad for business, honestly.
But it will escape every second here. Even with your protection, you're at risk. So if you're not, you have to leave. I could send you back out. But
wait, we could sacrifice James.
No, I have to stay in here. I'm the one keeping it trapped here.
I thought the Baron was.
Well, it's a two-part thing. One person to hold them, and one person to hold the walls together.
I guess that makes sense.
One is the chain, and one is the wall, the wall and the anchor. You don't understand. Mm-hmm. If you're not willing to do that, then you have to find and kill the storyteller. But the storyteller's not even in this reality. I don't even know how you'd be able to find them. You'd have to go back out.
I think I know someone who could find the storyteller.
I think we have a definite way to find out how to get to another reality.
Yeah, I think we know someone who could definitely get us there.
No, you don't understand. Now the storyteller's going to be aware of you. Now the storyteller's going to take measures against you. It's going to get even worse because...
All right, send us back out. Come on.
So as you are, yes, step through the manager's office. That'll send you back in. Quick, as he points the door to the manager's office starts glowing. You turn and you look at the edge of the restaurant at the furthest corner, where you came in. You see a figure watching you. Someone in a mask wearing a crown. They are smiling. And then the three of you, feeling nameless dread, panicked, run through the door into the light. And you all fall for some time, and you wake back up. You're back at James Edgerton's house. You're in his living room, and there's nice beverages, like coffee or tea, or a soda. And as you're three acclimating, you all feel very nice and relaxed, and think maybe you probably solved the case. You definitely don't want to look at the book on the coffee table. That's definitely not where you want to look at.
Oh, look, a book on a coffee table.
Yeah, but you don't want to look at that book.
I really don't want to look at that book.
Okay.
So let's do the opposite.
Okay, so what are you doing, Hugh?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the book? But you probably shouldn't. But are you going to do it anyway? Because you're just going to be that kind of person.
Oh, I look at the book.
All right. You see the book. It says There Is No Burger King in Yellow by Ross Payton.
Motherfucker.
Damn it.
Do you open the book?
You're goddamn fucking right, I do.
It begins. Hey, this is Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. And fade to cut to black. We don't get a resolution to this scenario. Either. Yep. So that's it. There is no. Because obviously the three heroes realized that was a silly mistake, and they clearly did not have to worry about killing a storyteller in another reality, because how could they? That's silly. They led real lives and definitely weren't fictional characters in a story of some kind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Sure.
Until the next time.
Until the next time, in which case they'll definitely forget about this adventure, but they'll advance their characters for whatever Monster of the Week thing. But they never have to worry about killing Ross Payton in reality, because that how would you even do that? That wouldn't even make sense.
Because some of us might do it in real life.
So yeah, that is the end.
God damn it, Ross.
So
amazing.
Yeah, someone challenged me to make a Burger King in Yellow themed adventure, and I didn't know how to do that, and then I realized I could do a wall about breaking the fourth wall.
You did it, Ross.
Yeah.
You fucking did it.
That's the only way I could do it.
Way to bring down that wall, Ross.
Thank you so much for playing, Lydia, especially you. I hope this was not too indulgent for you.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
You've created a potential arc villain for us now.
Oh, no. Because Ross Payton, you're definitely never going to remember Ross Payton. Your characters are never going to... yeah, definitely not.
We will.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, what'd you think?
I think you're an asshole. And also, that was pretty fucking funny.
Also, yeah, highly amusing.
Yes, very funny. I can't wait for people's reactions at the end of this fucking thing.
This was a worthwhile use of my Thursday night.
So you didn't see it coming?
Fuck no! I thought we were about to fucking have to go fight an elder god.
I had some thoughts near the end there. This might be where that was going.
No, because I trusted Ross. He's like, Ross is going to write a real scenario for us. We're going to play Monster. I did think it was odd that he just like, hey, you want to play Monster of the Week? Like, we just played like a week ago. I was like, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, that was because of real life scheduling. I had this scenario idea actually for a while, because when someone challenged me to do that, a listener was like, "Hey, I bet you can't do this." I was like, yeah, I bet I can. So
It's good.
yeah. So yeah, the
Doubt me, will you?
yeah, basically. So yeah, that was it. But yeah, the timing of running this was basically, oh shit, I have an availability tonight. Let's do that. So.
Perfect scenario for that kind of night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
It was good. It was funny.
Okay.
You and Colin will have to reappear again.
Oh yeah, I'm not done with this character, Russ.
Oh yeah. We'll do some more Monster of the Week. I do like the system,
And hopefully Lydia will join us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. We'll have to see. But yeah, I do like.
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't after this one.
My availability is miserably bad.
Cool.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
We will all see.
Well, thank you so much, Lydia, for jumping in. And Alecto.
Of course.
Oh, and the most important thing, they all lived happily ever after, especially now, because they definitely don't remember Ross Payton and will never want to go to another universe and kill him for telling a story that endangers all of their reality.
Definitely not, and definitely don't have to worry about the fact that I completely fucked up my life to do this.
Yeah, no shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Laters.
Bye.
See ya.